So it looks like our first map is going to be Steps of War. That's going to be a very aggressive first map. I think in Protoss vs. Protoss, people largely tend to avoid expanding because of how tense it is at the opening stages of the game, and Steps of War is going to delay that even further.
Steps of War is one of the smallest maps in StarCraft 2. A 2-player map, players spawn at the 2 and 7 o'clock positions. Right outside the main bases is a natural expansion. Destructible rocks blocked another expansion, and at the 12 and 6 o'clock positions you can find high-yield minerals. Watchtowers can be found on either side of the large open field, and brush can sometimes be used to hide enemy forces until it is too late. Expect to see heavy aggression in the beginning of the match, no matter what the matchup. As with short distances come short unit travel times.
And we are about to go into Game 1 of HuK against Kiwikaka. Give a cheer for anyone who is Canadian.
And Sean, I got a question to ask. How excited are you for the grand finals here, Game 1 on Steps of War?
I am pumped for this series. We have HuK in the top right as the red Protoss, and in the bottom left we got Kiwikaka as the blue Protoss. HuK, of course, is red. He is favored in this matchup because he is doing what we call playing an extended series. This is a best of 7 where HuK is beginning with a 2-1 score because that was their result from the winner's bracket.
So that means that HuK actually has to win 2 games, and he is the grand champion, and Kiwikaka does have to end up winning 3.
I always just love that general philosophy of you want the better player to have more chances to win at MLG. I mean, that's what we've seen time again with the double elimination bracket, with the best of 3 in every single round, even in the loser's bracket, and of course with these extended series. And HuK looks like he's planting his first pylon very close to his nexus, doesn't want to be able to lose to any sort of early aggression, wants to have all those buildings tightly placed. Look at Kiwikaka scouting his whole base out to check for any sort of proxies.
Yeah, Kiwikaka does have his pylon a little bit farther away from his nexus. There goes that gateway going down for Kiwikaka. HuK getting his gateway possibly on 13 a tad bit later than Kiwikaka.
But of course HuK loves this early harassment. This might look silly to have him attacking this pylon, but with only 200 life, as we can see, he's already eliminated half the shields there, and HuK also trying to scoot around, do as much damage as he can to try to block that cybernetics core that's inevitably coming.
Yeah, it looks like HuK is thinking about leaving that pylon. He did go ahead and go back to it with the probe. Now, no players have. There goes gas for HuK, and actually gas started just recently as well for Kiwikaka. So I'm thinking we're going to see some cybernetics core instead of any like 3-gate opener zealot cheese.
Yeah, I mean, you do see 2-gate quite often on this map. No reason to do that if you want to go to the later stages of the game. And it looks like HuK will have to retreat right now, trying to do a little bit of shift queuing to pull back. Gas steals are very popular on this map. It is 2-player. It looks like Kiwikaka, getting in position 2, but no. Looks like both players want to get the buildings, like the cybernetics core and their own pylons up fast. And ooh, this is interesting, a zealot before core.
Yeah, Kiwikaka does have 1 zealot out. Looks like the zealot from HuK is being chrono boosted as well, about halfway complete. And there goes the cybernetics core going down for HuK, and no cybernetics core thrown down right now by Kiwikaka.
And there's the gas going down by Kiwikaka. Is a gas steal right there. That's going to be huge. It shuts down so many possibilities for HuK, and the reverse gas steal. I guess that's what you call a mirror build, but I mean, a very, very interesting little exchange. And of course, the 2 zealots wailing away at each other, and HuK does the smart thing, takes out the probe, and he's going to have to pull back to retreat. Nice little advantage there, having that zealot down at such low health. Yeah,
Kiwikaka maybe forgetting the fact that that probe was taking damage there, maybe looking at that gas steal in his base, trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do. Cybernetics core going down for Kiwikaka there in his main, and Kiwikaka actually, did he get a kill on a probe there?
I can't, it looks like he has 1 kill with that zealot, and that's what Kiwikaka is known for, that early game micro. HuK having a few idle probes, but managing to get those back en route as usual, and it looks like he's still trying to chase these zealots around, but he has a weakened zealot. He has to be careful to keep that alive, and Kiwikaka being so aggressive. This looks so much like StarCraft 1 PvP, taking out another probe, and will he be able to get another probe? No, he is having to pull back. Stalker coming out right now, and it looks like Kiwikaka doesn't mind at all. He's going to continue to be aggressive, and only just now has his cyber core finished.
It looks like HuK is getting a Stalker out that's about to spawn on the map. He's also going to be chrono boosting that research of the warp gate. And actually, Kiwikaka hasn't started fighting off on that assimilator there in his main. Looks like he's just going to go for some hard aggression right now.
I mean, this is a big risk for Kiwikaka. It could be very rewarding to kill off a lot of probes, as we can see in the income tab. Harvester count is even, though, so not enough damage has been dealt. RoboBay going down for HuK. That's a very cheap building on the gas, so definitely a good choice for him, as he is still only on 1 geyser. And look at this, great control by HuK, just repelling this attack. Kiwikaka has units rallied to the front, but it is not going to be enough. That Stalker Stalker is so fast, he's going to lose all of these Zealots.
Yeah, it looks like Kiwikaki's actually going to try to fight and finish off one of those Zealots. Is he going to get this other one?
And he's trying to micro really well. He needs to shoot that weakened Zealot. Oh, and there's a very nice shot. Does manage to pick it off at the last second, but HuK is mostly concerned about this assimilator that is still alive in his base.
Both players have been on one gateway. HuK actually throwing down a second one right now, and here comes Kiwikaka adding on. Here's that 4-gate play that we were talking a little bit earlier.
4-gate play, and of course it looks like HuK has killed off that gas geyser, and Kiwikaka just never wants to stop attacking. And look, target firing the Stalker, such an excellent play. The Stalkers are the fast units. You need to eliminate those. You can micro against everything else. The Robo Bay hasn't done anything quite yet. HuK responding by getting gateways 2 and 3 down.
Yeah, and one thing to note is that we were so excited by all this harassment. HuK actually playing it cool and does have that robotics facility down, getting that Immortal. He's actually chasing away the Zealot and 2 Stalkers. They're in the middle of the map right now and finishing off that Zealot with those 2 Stalkers.
HuK already coming out to a very nice lead, but of course Kiwikaka known for his insane Warp Gate aggression. Does he have his Warp Gate research just now finished? HuK is a little bit ahead, and the real issue is that HuK does have that Immortal coming out. It's going to completely deny a lot of these Stalkers, and Kiwikaka mounting up for a big, big push.
Yeah, a forward pylon by any Protoss user, especially when you have those 4 Warp Gates, really something to look out for if you're up against that.
And there we do have a lot of Stalkers being morphed in. Stalkers, so good, so easy to micro at these early stages of the game. But HuK's coming down with an Immortal. Kiwikaki's going to have to pull back a lot. He has to be very, very defensive. He can't really risk being in the center too long with HuK pushing forward this aggressively.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to be falling back. Oh, the probe does fall there. Little snipe, little kind of a laugh there as HuK finishes off that probe. And he actually falls back right now. Kiwikaka keeping the control right now of the map, going ahead and warping in 4 more Zealots right now. No sentries actually out by or for either player, so we aren't going to see any force fields on that ramp.
Now Kiwikaka loves building a pylon down here for an early bust, but it looks like he's just going right up the Immortal, not targeting any of the Zealots, but HuK has so many Zealots of his own, so he is doing a lot of damage at those front lines, and it looks like Kiwikaka wasn't able to bust in, but he still is being very, very aggressive.
And there goes that pylon that you were just talking about, going down right outside the ramp of HuK, and I love this control on those Zealots by Kiwikaka. He's making them take a lot of the damage and then moving them back, making those Zealots work for their shots. And here we go, another push up the ramp, and there's a nice force field. He's going to go ahead and finish off one of those Zealots and one of those Stalkers, and HuK is just going to simply pull back right now. Here comes some more reinforcements from Kiwikaka.
And this is such amazing play by Kiwikaka. He is still doing this all on one gas. It's those key Stalkers in the back and the Zealot reinforcements, and that is a lot of Zealots coming out right now for Kiwikaka, and there's the target fire on the Immortal. HuK is trying to pull it back, but it looks like Kiwikaka somehow is ahead in the unit count, and the Immortal goes down, pushing forward so aggressively, but Kiwikaka not going to play this dumb. He's pulling back, he's reinforcing, he's getting in a good position, and HuK is way on the back foot. He has one Colossus that is almost out, though.
Such great Stalker control there from Kiwikaka, allowed him to go and break that ramp. He's focusing down that pylon. He did get one. If he gets this other one, that's going to be 2 gateways unpowered, and here comes the Colossus.
And the Colossus is out. It is repelling, but 2 gateways down. These 2 gateways are not operational. Kiwikaka is going to try to win this with macro, and macro alone. That Colossus is a huge threat, but he has these fast Stalkers they can walk up. That Colossus is starting to lose life. It's taking main hull damage. It's in the orange, and it falls down. He gets the Colossus. HuK is now in an incredibly tough situation.
Yeah, here comes some more probes being pulled for HuK. This is going to be a very bad situation. Some awesome control from Kiwikaka to go ahead and finish off that Stalker. Actually going to kill a couple probes before doing it. There goes that Stalker down, and HuK is in a very, very bad spot right now.
Kiwikaka using insane micro and constant aggression from 4 gates to just keep pounding this defense, and good game. Kiwikaka wins game 1. Now again, this is an extended series. That does mean that it started 2-1 in favor of HuK, but Kiwikaka by winning that has tied the series up 2-2. So it is now just a regular good old best of 3 to see who will be crowned the champion.
And it looks like HuK will be choosing the next map. Definitely have asked him, and we'll be eagerly awaiting his response. He's going to think about it for a little bit, though, because looks like he's asking which maps are left in the map pool. So.
And then one thing that I think is so amazing about how Kiwikaka played that game is that he pretty much accepted that he was only going to be on one gas the entire game. Too often players get very, very flustered